It's Chris here, and here to bring you another video about Alchemy stars. Now today I just want to talk about this event, which is actually it's really quite good actually. Got a lot of Lumamba and a lot of kind of rewards for it. It was actually quite fun. And obviously we got to this kind of last boss who was it Grieving Eve and how to get her 3 stars. Now there's lots of little things that you need to kind of be aware of. One of these things is obviously this is an event about Eve, and they've kind of designed it that you need Eve. I'm not able to show you my team, but you definitely need Eve for this fight. You can do it without her, but it makes life a lot easier. It makes it kind of doable. You don't need preemptive Eve though. You just need Eve in your team. Another thing that's really important, which I kind of tried before and then found out the real big difference, is this happiness level, or this smiles lead to happiness. Getting it to the max level 6 is so important. It makes all the difference because the 10 chromatic tiles randomly in the field each round, plus the 5 that you get to change anyway, means that you don't need a converter at all. Grieving Eve itself doesn't do that much damage to you, so you don't need supporters. And then this bit makes, even though it's a 1 tile boss, the fire and thunder detonator aurors get the increased damage, so therefore they become relevant. So you don't have to rely on a sniper. And the other 2 bits to this are really, really crucial. This increased active skill damage means that all your runes that you choose need to have active skill hits. The only one you can get away with is Florine and maybe Reinhardt. Those are the only 2 characters. Otherwise, other than that, all of your rest of your characters need to have active skills that hit. And Eve's the best at that because she hits for 20 hits, because that helps a lot with that extra stage bonus where you have the weak analysis, because she can, just on her active skill alone, she can get a bonus of up to like 23% more attack. So that's what the weakness analysis is about. So that's really, really useful. And so you don't need any converters, you don't need any healers. The other thing that is really important about this happiness as well is the fact that it starts at the start of the 4th and 7th rounds, reduced to active skill cooldowns. And so therefore you only get 8 turns, and Eve's skill cooldown kind of activates on the turn 8 and then on the turn 4, but the 50 stacks from the boss happens on the turn 5. So you need that extra cooldown from this ability to make her active skill active on the 5th turn rather than it activating on the 4th turn, and that makes all the difference there. Something I didn't notice when I first fought the boss. So you need to have all the other kind of happinesses done, so you're ready to get this to max level, and then you can get there. Good characters to use. Again, I don't have all the good Thunder ones, but I have most. Again, anyone who's got active skill hit. So Revi could be useful. Florine was obviously good for damage, and Reinhardt's obviously good for damage. Dana I used, and I used her, and I loved using her because of her active skill being able to hit all the petals in the middle, so that made it really good. Schwartz is useless, same with Mia. Queen's also good to use. Michael, who I don't have, would be good to use. Tessa's alright to use, but just because her one's so vertical, her active skill, it doesn't always necessarily hit if you're potentially in the wrong position. But other characters you could use, like lower down the chain. Oh, Luke was amazing. Again, other characters you could use are people like Pittman or Erica, or even Kafka. Like anyone who's got an active skill that can hit potentially more than once on a hit, that's basically what you need. Now, in terms of the actual battle, you'll see on the video, on the rest of the video, how there is a real focus on the center and where Eve starts, you need to make sure that you have the 4 tiles outside of where Eve starts, or the 4 tiles that are next to Eve starts, that you always convert to make sure that you can hit all the petals at once. And apart from that, you can try and position yourself away from Eve slightly, but to stop her from teleporting, but you might miss out on some damage. And yeah, that's kind of like the main kind of advice I would say that to defeat this final boss, really. On the rest of the video, we'll kind of show you my run, which again is not the most optimal version, but it got the 3 stars and it's doable with some interchangeable characters. And with that, I'll see you later.
5秒で終わりだ。目覚めよライジャー。
霧が死を告げる。
クラッシュ。
行くぞ我が装備よ。
私はもう大丈夫だから。始めていい？雲を貫くイカズチ。とっくにうんざりしてるよ。怖いなら目をつぶってな。
行こう虫たちよ。つながれ広がれ。
安らかに眠らせてやる。目覚めよライジャー。
消し去れ。
クラッシュ。
一切を貫け。
つながれ命。
時は誰も待たないぞ。指揮能力を見せてみろ。全てをここで終わらせる。
行こう虫たちよ。つながれ広がれ。
時期をも裁きを受けよ。5秒で終わりだ。目覚めよライジャー。
霧が死を告げる。
スパーク。
一切を貫け。
この手の勝利には慣れてるよ。そうだよなロビー。